So you're the freak with the cursed eyes. The one everyone says can't even blink right. Too bad you're about to get humiliated.
The MVP's hand was extended like a dare, his smirk a weapon. He expected Naoki to flinch. Instead, something ancient stirred.
What the those spirals, my body, I can't look away.
3 seconds stretched into an eternity. Tatsuya's sneer froze on his lips, his muscles locking as if encased in invisible ice. Naoki pulled his hand back. The connection broke and Tatsuya stumbled, a puppet with cut strings. The crowd murmured, phones rose. No one understood what they had just witnessed, but they knew it was wrong.
It activated on its own. I didn't even intend to freeze him. This power, it's growing.
What did you do? That wasn't normal. Your eyes, there's some kind of trick.
Naoki offered no reply. He simply stared down at his own reflection in the gym floor, where a faint spiral still swirled in his right eye.
I didn't mean to, but did I really stop him with just a look?
The game resumed, but Naoki's mind kept flashing to a quiet temple room and his grandfather's trembling hands.
The bullies didn't need a reason. His one blue eye, one gold eye, that was reason enough.
Mugen gaze? Infinite gaze. He said it could paralyze will itself through eye contact, but I never knew how to awaken it.
On the court, another defender lunged and froze mid-step. Naoki's eyes had locked onto his for a split second.
Ref, he's doing it again. There's something wrong with his eyes.
It's activating on its own. I can't control it. Every time I meet someone's eyes, they freeze.
Mugen gaze, the infinite stare. But it's just old ink. How can this change anything?
That boy, those eyes. It's the lost technique from my temple. So the old monk passed it on. Interesting. He doesn't even know what he's doing. This should be easy to crush.
If I can't control it, this power will destroy my team. But how do I stop something I don't understand?
Kazuya signaled for a timeout, his eyes never leaving Naoki. He whispered to Tatsuya with cold urgency.
Listen carefully. That boy's eyes, it's the Mugen gaze. An ancient technique that freezes will through eye contact.
A memory seared through Kazuya's mind. Years ago, he had been expelled from the mountain temple for coveting that very power.
3 seconds of eye contact. That's all it's supposed to take, yet nothing happens.
The imaginary defender never flinched. The ball bounced listlessly against the cold ground.
Blindfolds? We'll play in the dark just to beat him? Fine. Let's crush this trick.
Yet he couldn't throw it away. The paper seemed to burn his fingers every time he tried. Then came the semifinal, the roar of the crowd. The jersey with number 0 rested heavily on his shoulders.
They're blindfolded. My eyes are useless now. How can I stop them? Every time I try to lock eyes, there's nothing to catch. They've turned my power into nothing.
Naoki forced his stare at the blindfolded players, but the black cloth swallowed his power whole.
What's wrong, freak? Your magic eyes can't freeze anyone now. We'll crush you.
The gap widened. Tatsuya scored again. The deficit hit 12. Naoki's team was crumbling.
It worked. After all these years, it actually worked.
His teammates exchanged bewildered looks. None of them had seen a defense collapse like that. The bench erupted in cheers, but Naoki barely heard them.
If I can control this, then no one will ever mock me again.
He began seeking out defenders' eyes, each time triggering the freeze. 3 points, 4 points, the lead grew. But on the far sideline, a pair of cold eyes watched with growing recognition.
For the first time, I feel like I belong on this court.
That spiral in his eye, the Mugen gaze. So the lost art has returned after all these years.
The coach's hand sliced the air, a timeout called. The whistle silenced the crowd.
The player's eyes are a weapon. Every freeze happens when you look, so stop looking.
Defend with our eyes closed. You want us to play blind. This is a basketball game, not a temple lesson.
I've seen this technique before. It's older than this gym. Shut your eyes or you'll be frozen.
Reluctantly, the players returned to the court. Some shut their eyes tight, others pulled black blindfolds over their faces.
They're not looking. They're deliberately avoiding my eyes. How did they figure it out so quickly?
What's wrong, freak? No one's giving you a starring contest today.
Naoki tried to force eye contact, but every defender ducked away, their faces turned to the floor.
Without their eyes, I can't use the gaze. This changed everything.
Naoki lunged, trying to catch a defender's averted face, but they moved like shadows, heads always down. A blindfolded opponent stole the ball mid-dribble, reading Naoki's rhythm through the squeak of his shoes.
You're nothing without your eyes, Phantom. This is how real players dominate.
The scoreboard tightened. The lead Naoki had built crumbled point by point as Tatsuya's team fed off his frustration.
I can't force it. The harder I try, the more predictable I become.
Another steal. This time, a blind pass found Tatsuya in stride for an easy layup.
Every time I blink, they score. It's like they can see without seeing.
The crowd's roar became a distant hum. Naoki's world narrowed to his own pounding heartbeat.
Kazuya called timeout, score tied. He dragged his team into a huddle, scanning the floor for clues.
For the first time, a cold doubt crept up Naoki's spine. Maybe the scroll was never enough.
During the timeout, Kazuya's eyes fell to the gleaming floor. A cold smile crossed his face.
The floor. He's using the reflection. Scuff it. Destroy the surface.
The blindfolded players stomped and scraped their shoes across the wood, leaving a trail of dull scratches.
The ink offered no new secrets. Every word was a tired echo.
The reflection, it's broken. I can't see their eyes anymore.
Naoki tried desperately, but the fractured light offered no connection. His gaze fizzled into nothing.
Now you are helpless, boy. Time to end this.
He can't freeze us. Finally, let's crush him.
The score remained tied, but the momentum swung violently. Tatsuya drove hard, unstopped.
He left the scroll on the bench, his faith in it finally crumbling.
With 10 seconds left, Naoki's eyes swept the scuffed floor. A single undamaged patch shimmered near the free throw line.
There. That's my only chance. I have to catch his eye in that reflection, no matter what.
Tatsuya charged, blindfolded but unstoppable. Naoki held his ground, locking his gaze onto the tiny mirror below. As Tatsuya's reflection crossed the patch, Naoki's heterochromic eyes flared. Blue and gold spirals erupted.
No, not now. I can't move again.
Time slowed. Naoki rose, the ball leaving his fingertips as the buzzer screamed.
I'm losing them again, and I'm out of ideas.
Impossible. He used a reflection on a scuffed floor.
Naoki collapsed to his knees, the strain of the Mugen gaze draining him completely.
We won. I did it with my eyes.
While Naoki's teammates mobbed him, Tatsuya sat motionless on the bench, his blindfold still tight around his eyes.
He beat us. Even when we took away his eyes, he found a way.
The team responded like clockwork. Their passes were telepathic, their defense an unbreachable wall of blindness.
The crowd chanted Naoki's name, but the noise faded as he saw Tatsuya rise slowly and walk toward him.
I called him a freak. I mocked him, yet he never broke. What kind of player is he?
He's coming. Not to fight. What could he want?
Maybe this power isn't a gift. It's a beacon that tells everyone exactly how to break me.
Naoki,
Naoki sat on the bench, ignoring the clipboard. He stared at the glossy floor, empty.
Number. I do. I was wrong about you. Your eyes. They're not a curse. There's something else. Teach me, please. I want to understand. I want to see like you do.
Naoki looked at the towering MVP, now broken and humbled, and for the first time, a small smile crossed his lips.
The court blurred. He heard nothing, trapped in his own head.
Another eye. Does he mean his heterochromia? Or something deeper?
Without another word, Naoki turned and began walking toward the locker room, his heterochromic eyes still shimmering faintly. Tatsuya's gaze fell to the scuffed court floor. In a tiny remaining reflection, his own face stared back, confused but alive.
His eyes are his alone. I can't copy that. But maybe I can find my own strength.
Grandfather said they were a frontier. He never told me the frontier was a cliff.
Coach yelled his number, but Naoki didn't move.
Tatsuya remained alone on the court, the gym lights dimming, the scuffed floor, a silent witness to the day a stare had rewritten everything. Long after the crowd dispersed, Kazuya remained in the empty gym, staring at the scuffed floor.
I spent years trying to steal this power, but that boy, he was given it freely, and he used it with a pure heart I never had.
He knows the name. No one outside the temple should know that name. How could any outsider, unless he was inside?
All these years, I thought he cursed me, but the curse was always my own ambition.
He pulled out the old scroll he had stolen from the temple, now crumpled and meaningless.
I thought if I destroyed him, I could prove the old man wrong. But Naoki showed me the true path was never about destruction. Perhaps there's still time for me to learn stillness, not for power, but for peace.
He folded the scroll carefully and placed it on the bench, then walked away into the night. Outside, the rain had stopped. The city lights reflected on wet pavement like scattered eyes staring back.
But as Kazuya turned away, Naoki's fingers curled. The despair began to curdle into something sharper, a cold, quiet rage.
In the dim locker room, Naoki stared into the mirror, his heterochromic eyes returning his gaze with an eerie glow.
The victory feels distant now, and my eyes, they ache in a way I've never felt before.
He shed the despair like a second skin and stepped back onto the hardwood, eyes burning not with spiral energy, but with cold resolve.
Naoki, the Mugen gaze has awakened fully, but its true purpose is not merely to freeze, it is to see beyond the veil. You will now perceive the will and truth of others as visible auras, but beware. This power attracts those who lurk in the unseen.
Auras? Unseen beings? What have I truly inherited?
Your grandfather's shield is cracking, boy. Skill alone won't save you.
Red for anger, blue for calm, gold for ambition. I can read their emotions without a word.
But among the familiar faces, a shadowy figure lurked at the edge of his perception, a void where no aura should be.
This body can't sustain this. I need the gaze, but not his way. Help me find it, grandfather.
Naoki took a step toward the shadowy figure, but it dissolved into a cold draft, leaving only a faint whisper.
Who's there? Show yourself.
In his mind, he saw the temple pond, the moon and his grandfather's face mirrored perfectly. The gaze could travel through any surface.
This symbol. I've seen it in grandfather's scroll. It was a warning. Beware the Watchers.
The Watchers are drawn to the Mugen gaze like moths to flame. They will try to claim it or destroy the bearer.
The locker room snapped back to reality, but Naoki felt a chill crawl up his spine, as if unseen eyes still lingered.
So the Mugen gaze isn't just a skill, it's a beacon. By using it fully, I've opened a door to something far more dangerous.
His phone buzzed. An unknown number. The message filled the screen with chilling simplicity. The veil is broken. They come for the seer. Prepare.
The game was a test. The real battle is only beginning, and it's not on the court.
Kazuya's eyes narrowed. The reflection trick would not live long. He had prepared for this decades ago.
They will come for me tonight. The Watchers are drawn to my awakened power. No one is safe if I stay.
He stuffed the feather into his bag and glanced back. The team's laughter echoed like a fading song.
I have to find them first. But where do I begin to search for creatures beyond the veil?
Every surface is different. I can't calculate them all mid-play. Kazuya knows this.
Grandfather's scroll spoke of a ritual. Spirit stones and a blood offering could reveal hidden paths. But the cost...
His phone buzzed. A map appeared. Abandoned ironworks at the edge of town. Just the location. No sender.
A trap. But if I don't go, they'll escalate. They'll hurt innocent people to force me. I won't let that happen.
His vision flickered, blue and gold spirals erupted, and a nearby fire hydrant froze solid, groaning under pressure.
Losing control. The Mugen gaze is devouring my stability. I have to end this, even if it costs me everything.
Kazuya's team slipped into a trance, playing by echo and touch. No eyes, no reflections, just pure instinct.
A malevolent aura saturates this place. Thick as oil, pulsing from every shadow. Something ancient lurks here.
A whisper burrowed into his mind. So the seer delivers himself. Our breach, our prize. Silvery eyes bloomed in the void, a form of swirling smoke. Your eyes tear the veil. We will pluck them and mend what you broke. Then your world can return to its blind slumber.
They won't just take my eyes, they'll erase my existence. And if they break free, everyone I know is in danger.
No visual input, no reflection to capture. The gaze is useless against total blindness.
The binding ritual, if I pour my own life force into the stone, I can seal this watcher. But there's no time to weigh the cost. I have to do it.
The ref's whistle was a distant murmur. All he felt was the cold floor and the weight of failure.
The watcher screamed as the flames constricted, drawing it into the stone. When the light faded, Naoki collapsed, the stone now a pulsing black gem embedded in his flesh.
Endure, grandfather said, endure. There must be another layer to the gaze, something beyond freezing.
The rain finally stopped. Naoki crawled from the wreckage, the black stone on his palm throbbing with each heartbeat, a constant drain on his life.
Naoki! I saw the fire from my apartment. What happened to you?
You shouldn't be here. There are things beyond basketball. I can't explain. Just leave.
He threaded a pass behind his head, no look, to a cutting teammate. The assist was pure instinct.
He's sincere. His aura, no malice, only fierce loyalty. But if he stays, he'll be a target.
The seer's path is never walked alone, Naoki. Trust those whose hearts you can see.
He stole another pass, then another. The deficit shrunk point by point, a slow but steady erosion.
Then we find a way to stop them permanently. I don't care about the danger. I won't let you face this alone.
I pushed everyone away for years. But maybe, just maybe, I don't have to be the lonely freak anymore. Then help me find the Veil's true anchor. The scroll said a ritual at the temple can seal the breach, but I'll need more spirit stones and someone I can trust.
Naoki collapsed onto the bench, his jersey soaked. The tied scoreboard was a fragile lie of peace.
We'll find the anchor stone, and then you'll seal the veil for good. Just hold on.
The temple was overgrown, but the altar still stood. A faint scent of incense clung to the air, a memory of a voice.
The anchor lies where the seer first awakened, the old Jim's shrine. Only there can the final seal be forged.
The old gym. That's where I first used the Mugen gaze. It must be there.
They found the old gym's basement locked, but a familiar silvery chill leaked through the cracks. Another watcher guarded the shrine.
I'll break the door. You use your gaze the moment it opens. No hesitation.
I can't fight them blind. I need to make them see, really see me.
Tatsuya grabbed the spirit stone from the shrine. It pulsed with an ancient light, resonating with the watcher's fading scream.
One more stone, and we can perform the ritual. But I can feel the binding gem cracking. I might not survive the sealing.
The fourth quarter opened with the ball in Naoki's hands. He walked straight to Tatsuya, not to pass, but to stare.
I'll hold them off. You grab the stone.
Naoki's eyes burned as he froze 3 watchers at once. The cracked gem seared his hand, but his grip on the stone never faltered. With the 3 stones, they hurried to the old gymnasium's shrine, the anchor to the veil.
Place the stones at the altar's apex. Let your gaze be the seal, Naoki. Surrender your sight to mend the rift.
The deeper layer, I can see his rage, his pressure, his loneliness. He's been fighting just like me.
Naoki, don't give up! I've got you!
Naoki poured every ounce of will into the seal. The watcher's screams faded into nothing. The veil knit itself shut with a final thunderous snap. When the light died, Naoki lay motionless, but his chest rose and fell. The cursed gem was gone. Only a faint scar remained.
I can feel it. The veil is sealed. I am free.
The psychic battlefield expanded, peeling back layers. First came Tatsuya's past, a younger self drilling alone under a father's suffocating expectations.
Naoki looked at the scar on his palm, the last mark of the cursed gem. His eyes, still blue and gold, no longer throbbed with that alien energy. The spiral pupil had vanished, leaving only calm.
How do you feel? Can you still use it?
He's just like me, alone fighting the world with a weapon no one understood.
To test it, Naoki glanced at a stray leaf blowing by, and it froze in midair, suspended for a breath.
So it's not gone, and you are in control. That's amazing.
I understand my grandfather now. The scroll was never a weapon. It was a guardian's blade, meant to mend the veil.
Then you did what you were born to do. Come on, they're having a ceremony for the team. You should be there.
7068, the Lade. The crowd erupted, oblivious to the truce sealed in that single, shared breath.
The sun rose higher, and for the first time in years, Naoki didn't flinch from his own reflection in a puddle. The team ceremony was held in the main gym, the scuffed floor now a badge of honor. Naoki walked in, and the applause was immediate.
A collective confusion rippled through the yellow jerseys. One by one, blindfolds slipped off. Their coordination shattered. The seamless passes became erratic, the defense a sieve. Naoki's team pounced on every misstep. The lead ballooned from 2 to 6 in under a minute.
What are you doing? Keep your eyes shut. You're throwing away my years of preparation.
10 points, then 12. The scoreboard felt like a verdict.
We both lost something important, but maybe now we can find a new path.
The moment hung between them, a truce sealed as the crowd cheered, no longer for a star, but for a bond mended.
Looks like you've got more than just basketball ahead, partner.
The game was minutes from its end, and the trophy was already slipping toward Naoki's side. The final seconds drained. Naoki stood at half court, the ball resting on his hip like a scepter.
He passed the old playground where, years ago, children had pointed at his eyes and called him freak. Now, only laughter echoed from the swings.
The past would always be part of me, but it no longer owned me.
His phone buzzed. Tatsuya, see you at practice, partner.
He typed a single word. Yeah, a simple word, heavy with a future he never imagined.
In his apartment, Naoki stood before the mirror. The blue and gold of his eyes were serene, no longer throbbing with alien dread.
He's not mocking me now. He's truly acknowledging this.
For a breath, in the mirror's edge, he glimpsed his grandfather's gentle smile, a silent benediction. Then gone. Naoki switched off the light. The room fell into darkness, save for the faint gleam of his heterochromic gaze in the glass. The scar on his palm and the scuffs on the court floor were the same, proof of a fight won, a burden released, and a gaze that would never be broken.
The corridor was silent, lined with shadows. Naoki leaned against the wall, the trophy's weight forgotten on the floor.
You are late. What did you freeze the alarm clock?
Very funny. Maybe I should use it on you during drills.
They laughed, a sound that still felt new to Naoki. Here, he wasn't the oddity. He was just a point guard who happened to have striking eyes. As the scrimmage began, Naoki caught his own reflection in the polished wood. The blue and gold in his eyes were calm, a quiet strength.
The Mugen gaze isn't about freezing people. It's about pausing, seeing, understanding, and then moving forward.
Naoki turned and walked alone into the dim corridor, his footsteps soft, his heart lighter than it had ever been.
You know, Coach Kazuya asked me about your eyes. I told him they're just part of what makes you our best player.
They always were. It just took me a while to believe it.
Outside, the afternoon sun caught the gym windows, throwing blue and gold light across the court. And in that light, Naoki's eyes were simply home.